Hello humans, I'm the alien doctor, but you could call me alien, and welcome back to is welcome back the right word? I have streamed on this channel approximately once, so maybe not welcome back, but hello, I am here, yes. Today we are streaming, or editing a Truly Bedrock episode live. If you give me a second, sorry, I'm not really very well set up with the second channel stuff, there we go. Yes. I don't have a chat thing, so Twitch and YouTube cannot chat together because I haven't set up the chat overlay for it. Yeah, that'll probably be an issue, but whatever, who cares? Anyway, welcome on in, Aaron Glows. Congratulations for being the very first person on Twitch, and Disco Quill on YouTube. On Twitch as well. And then we also have Smurf in here tonight as well. How are you guys doing? Hello humans, I'm the alien doctor, but you can call me alien. Yes. Aaron Glows, XtraAlien, not affiliate yet. Unfortunately not, but you know, maybe that'll change today. Who knows? This is really weird. I now look this way at my chat instead of this way because I have another monitor now. So that's strange. But anyway, okay, we're editing a video. I've already started editing. And I'm also going to just, talk through my process a little bit for anybody that actually cares. I think I have some old non-copyright music here. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Yes. What was I saying? I can't remember. I'm not very good at this, apparently. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully talk through my editing process a little bit today. I've already kind of gotten the first bit started because honestly, it was mainly me remembering what on earth was going on. Hey, Snow Beans, how you doing? Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. So I use DaVinci Resolve to edit. Even though it's free, I have the paid version.
Truly outrageous.
Hey, Smurf, on the YouTube, on the Twitch as well, and Flimbles as well. Welcome on in. How are you doing, Flimbles? Yeah, so I use DaVinci Resolve to edit. I have the paid version because I got on a very, very good discount. But the free one is equally as good for like 99% of what anybody's going to do. Iron Knight, welcome on in. How you doing? So yeah. I've already edited the kind of intro, if you like. So in case, in fact, maybe I should just show you an example. In case you haven't seen before with my videos, they start with this kind of high-paced, quick-paced maybe is a better word. Fast-paced, there we go. Fast-paced sort of intros. This isn't the best example, but it'll do. So this is last episode. In this episode, I build a kelp farm to power my furnace super smelter. This kelp farm is fully equipped with an automatic smelter and auto crafter, which will then automatically put all of the dried... So these intros are recorded afterwards, for the obvious fact that I can't record them before the video because it's talking, you know, future tense of stuff I haven't done yet. So these intros are recorded afterwards and edited together, which is why we don't have it in this video yet. Because even though I finished recording all of this video, we have all the footage here, I haven't recorded that intro yet. I still need to do that. Now, the other thing that you'll notice, if you understand kind of editing, is that this is all one kind of thing. So this is mainly for performance reasons, but I actually put my intros into a separate timeline. So if we go over here and I double click this is what my intro timeline actually looks like. I then have it embedded into my main timeline, which is here. So yeah, the TB swoop thing, yeah. So then after the intro plays, Strict Blue, welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. We then have that. So yeah, I just realized this is going to get very copyright, isn't it? Because the background music of the anyway. Totally not the cracked version. No, I paid for this. I paid. New channel, who dis? Hey Iron Knight, how you doing? Comment. I may have already said your name, but you could have double shout out. So yeah, that is that. Sure, buddy. Hey, I've told the story before of how I got a crazy good discount. So yeah. Goldie, how you doing? Welcome on in. So that's obviously the bit that we haven't done yet. So you are kind of editing a little bit out of order. because I can't do the bit talking about the future if I haven't done it yet. And then also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the other thing is normally I record clips and edit them as I go along. Hey, Alien, sorry I was driving. No worries, drive safely. Silent Shadow as well. Hey, Silent Shadow, how's it going? Everybody's here. Sorry, if I seem a little bit distracted today, it's because I've changed around my streaming setup. Or basically, I have another monitor, so I have 3 monitors now. So chat used to be in this direction, but it's now in this direction. So it's very confusing because I still have stuff over here as well to look at. So I'm still getting used to this, and obviously this is slightly different for me. But yeah, normally I record stuff and then I edit them as I go, like that. But in the case of this video, for whatever reason, I wasn't editing as I was going, so I'm literally going to edit the entire thing in one go. I do much prefer recording a bit and then editing a bit, because I just tend to find the video flows better, you know? But yeah, I figured, seeing as I recorded this whole thing without editing it, I might as well stream it. Can you flip the little model horizontally? I probably can, but then it will have the logo wrong. 100% or 10,000% agreed, says Smurf. I love editing as I record it. It just makes the videos flow so much better. If you make videos, that's definitely the way to do it, in my opinion. Hey Lee Chim, how's it going? Welcome on in. Smurf says, why do you have 3 OBSs on your taskbar? Well, we have this OBS, which is my recording OBS. So I have 3 different versions of OBS installed, all with their own set of like program files and stuff. So this one is my recording OBS. This OBS has absolutely no plugins installed or anything. It is just your bare bones OBS for recording. So it doesn't lag that much. I then have this OBS, which is the one I use for my second channel streams, which is just kind of sitting over there. And then this middle OBS is for my regular streams. So that's why I have 3 of them. One for each stream, basically. Or one for each kind of thing I do. You can have profiles for OBS and scene collections, which is what I used to do. I used to just have different profiles for my OBSs, but I found it was much more performance good, better for performance, basically, if I separate them, and then I can have like 3 different sets of plugins, or realistically 2, because they're, you know, they're both a stream. But anyway, yeah, if you have any questions about the editing process or the behind the scenes, thanks for your lurk, Goldie, then now is a good time to ask them as well, because I don't mind going off topic if you guys have a question. This is like the best time to just find out anything about videos or streams. So yeah. But otherwise, we will get started. So I kind of have my standard transition here, which is a slide left. I have it saved down here in Toolbox. Slide left transition with this whoosh sound that I've edited to be timed to the transition. The transition lasts 30 frames, which is 0.5 seconds because we're at 60 frames per second. All of my videos are recorded in 1440p, and they were also exported in 1440p as well. Recently, for any of the nerds that care, I started also recording and streaming in AV1 as well, which is kind of saving my file space and hopefully increasing the quality. But anyway, we're just gonna, I'll show you what I've done of the videos so far, so you kind of get a rough idea. So the video starts off with me discovering the wardens in the Truly Bedrock shopping district. I've just come through the shopping district portal. I can't help but hear the sounds of wardens. I feel like this isn't... Okay. Right. I can't help but notice that there is a warden in my shop. You know, I can't... And then in the background, we've got some kind of almost tense music, I guess you could say. It's kind of high stakes music. I didn't want to go for something too extreme. So I have up here in my power bins, these are clips that basically follow me in every single project I use. So it's mainly where I store music and like commonly used assets, but mainly music. I have somewhere intense here. Like, you know, I got some really intense stuff that sounds like it's out of a trailer. Like that for a fight scene or something. I didn't really want to use something like that. So for this one, I used this kind of almost classical sounding. Okay. Like if we just play that. I don't know. I really like it. Just the piano. It reminds me a lot of Zelda Breath of the Wild, funnily enough. So yeah, we've got that. And then this is where I haven't got up to yet. So this first part is me discovering the warden in the shop. We have a little bit up here that's kind of showing the previous episode. So I mentioned about the bluification of the shopping district. It might have been because we turned the entire shopping district blue. You know, it probably has something to do with that. You know, probably. Just a theory. Well, I'm sure we're... and then it kind of transitions back to... You know, no music, but we'll add some music. And this will just be working on the bass and stuff. One thing you may think is that this is a particularly abrupt transition. You know, probably. Just a theory. Well, I'm sure... And that's because it kind of is. But that's how you've got to be with YouTube a lot. For retention, basically. John to go. Hello, how are you doing? Feels like it's been a while since I've seen your name. We're doing a little stream on the second channel here. Yeah. Editing a Truly Bedrock episode live. Flimble says on Twitch, do you ever script any of your voiceovers? No, not really. So obviously when I'm doing this live kind of commentary, if you like, that is all kind of just raw, for lack of a better term. That is me, you know, saying whatever. And I normally have a rough idea because obviously I have an idea what I want to do in the video. So I am able to kind of come up with clips to make it flow. I quite like saying something and then, you know, pausing that clip and then finishing that sentence in another clip somewhere else in a different location. I quite like that for flow reasons and retention. Hey Zeroed, how's it going? Welcome on in. What the what? I know. I also do some voiceovers in my videos where I don't like the commentary that I recorded, or the commentary that I recorded I basically have to change for a reason. Like sometimes I say I'm going to do something and then I don't end up doing it. So sometimes I'll re-record a voiceover, which is very obvious. I don't hide it. And those aren't scripted either, but obviously they sound scripted because I know what I'm trying to say type thing, I guess, for lack of a better word. And I actually suspect we'll probably end up doing a few bits of voiceover in this edit as well. But anyway, shenanigans later, but for now we've got work to do. To the testing world. Okay, so the one thing I was just about to do before I start the stream is add in some background music, because almost all of my videos all the time have some sort of music. I know it's one of those things that you either love or hate for the most part, it seems. I personally really like background music. I think it adds good emotion to the clip. It really gets the vibe, for lack of better words, across. So, yeah. I always like to add it. And this particular song I actually use all the time for my testing world as well, whenever I go in the testing world. And actually, whilst we're here, you may notice I just add in these music clips and they're automatically lowered volume. Well, I'm sure we're going to hear more about those warden shenanigans. Like, that's not full volume. What I have set up is a compressor that basically increases the quiet clips and decreases the loud clips and increases the quiet clips for the music. So that kind of levels out the audio. And this is all in a template. So I import a template that I've made like every single time I start an edit. Apparently I also accidentally pressed the Windows button quite a lot. So yeah, I kind of have all this templated. Same with this as well. I have some audio effects on this audio channel, which is for when I'm talking to somebody in Discord. So yeah. Now we've got work to do. To the testing world. So this is a little bridging clip between the warden stuff and the testing world. And we need to make sure we leave kind of 30 frames before the dialogue starts for the transition. or, you know, close enough. So 26, kind of, that's probably about 30. That should be good. I'm not always too precise with that. And then the default frames for the transition is 30. I've set it at that on purpose because I pretty much always work in either 10 frames, 30 frames, or like full 60 if I obviously want something to last a minute. So if I'm ever doing a fade out, this is just a really weird rule that I've made for myself. I have like editing guidelines and stuff that I've made in my head. You know, if I'm doing a fade out, that fade out will either last 30 frames, 10 frames, or a full second, which is 60 because it's 60 frames per second. Wickless, welcome on in. How are you doing? So as you can see right here, this is the Furnace Super Smelter UFO that I built in the previous episode. And then that's how I'm mentioning what we did in the previous episode. Instead of kind of going over what I did in the previous episode in loads of detail, I wanted to kind of very quickly show it so I could move on to the topic, because I've already spent kind of however long this is talking about the previous episode, and nobody clicked on this video for the previous episode. They clicked on this video to see this video. So I'm very conscious of not going over too much of what I did in the last one, because to be quite frankly honest, nobody cares if you spend too long on it. So yeah, I figured now was a good time whilst I'm in the testing world to point it out. I try not to talk too much when in crowded chats, besides maybe dating. Hello, Mr. Doctor. Yes, most of the people are on Twitch, to be fair. So, yeah, I normally have an overlay on the main channel so that you can see the Twitch chat on YouTube, but I haven't got it set up for the second channel. Thank you for your lurk, Beans. So this over here is the Furnace Super Smelter UFO that we built in the previous... Did I just do... So as you can see right here... Yep, so evidently I didn't like this take for some reason. This is the Furnace Super Smelter UFO that I built in the previous episode. So this over here is the Furnace Super Smelter UFO that we built in the previous episodes. And in case you aren't already aware, my base for this world is an absolute ton of UFOs. I want to make... Okay, so it is like both the stream and OBS, because this is fancy. This thing right here is a fancy animation and it causes a bit of lag. Ton of UFOs. I want to make this... I actually quite like... I like the first take more than I like the second one, I think. This is the Furnace Super Smelter... Saying, lol, my bad. You're good. I think I figured out what you were saying anyway. It was just a funny typo, you know? Okay, let me just wait for it to catch up. I'm streaming twice, plus... Smelter. Okay. Are we live? Again? OBS crashed. Yeah. I played a fancy animation and it just crashed. And now it seems very overloaded. Disco Quill says hi. Well, I guess we are live again then. Jeez. Nope, not yet, says Flimbles. Still says unstable though. Jeez, chill. Chill out, OBS. It is still up, says John to go. Okay, cool. People are saying YouTube and Twitch is still up. I'm about to relaunch DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, maybe it wasn't a good idea to stream this to both YouTube and Twitch. Mr. Lee says, hi, I joined and the stream crashed. It wasn't me, I promise. So, sure. Sure. Yeah, we can blame you. It's fine. Okay, let's try that again. Basically, what happened is I played this animation, which is a subscribe animation. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disable this track so that it doesn't play. And hopefully that won't cause the lag, because that is quite a resource intensive thing to play, because it's like a fancy animation that's like subscribe and stuff. I have a good PC, but I think it struggles to do like 2 streams at the same time plus fancy animations on DaVinci Resolve. So we're going to ignore that. In fact, what I'll actually do is I will move it up to this audio track. And then, or this video track, and then we can still use this one. Okay, cool. Right, let's try that again. So this over here is the Furnace Super Smelter UFO that we built in the previous episodes. So yes, I said, for those that missed it, I recorded 2 takes of the same clip. I much prefer this take. So as you can see right here, and we also need to add the transition sound to the testing world. So as you can see right here, this is the Furnace Super. What I'm also going to do is make the music in time with the transition, like that. Just a theory. Well, I'm sure we're going to hear more about those Warden shenanigans. Maybe if you're looking out for it, you can tell that the song has started halfway through, but I think most people won't be able to. Later, but for now, we've got work to do. To the testing world. So as you can see, and that's actually something I do quite often, to be honest. Right here, this is the Furnace Super Smelter UFO that I built in the previous episode. So this over here is the Furnace Super Smelter. Yeah, I prefer the first take. And in case you aren't already aware, my base for this world is an absolute ton of UFOs. I want to make this area a UFO invasion. And I always feel like we don't need the extra part that we recorded on the second take as well. But every UFO invasion needs... Actually, maybe we do, just because of the second clip. Is an absolute ton of UFO. And in case you aren't already... Okay, so we'll cut it from here then. In the previous episode. And in case you aren't already aware, my base for this world is an absolute ton of UFOs. I want to make this area a UFO invasion. But every UFO invasion needs its mothership. And this, give or take a, you know... And then what I'm doing here is cutting out the audio gaps. Because, again, YouTube retention. UFO invasion needs its mothership. And this, give or take a, you know, couple of extra missing blocks, is that mothership. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. I think the wind has blown the door open. Okay, that may have been slightly longer than 1 second, but it was not that much longer than 1 second, to be fair. Alright, it looks like we're stable now. Ish. Yeah, we're pretty much there. So yeah, cutting out audio gaps, I just tend to find it's better for retention. And honestly, I like it. I like to focus a lot on flow in my videos, and I think cutting out the audio gaps helps it flow better. A couple of extra missing blocks is that mothership. Now, technically what I could do is just extend these clips to hide the cuts on the video, but I don't think it's noticeable enough. But I have done that in the past. Now, in a future episode, we're also going to be draining the monument. Do you ever use the transcribe audio gap removal thing? No. Not for like a regular episode. I use it for long plays. So when I'm doing a long play, which admittedly I haven't really done for a while, I'll use it then. But for like a video like this, I'd much rather just do it myself, especially because I know I'm not using all of these clips. Like, you know, this is the first clip that we started off with. These are from the previous episode. But I normally create a bin for that. Previous episode. We'll do it properly. Just for you guys. Because you're watching. This is the first clip I started off with. We've already jumped to this clip. So, you know, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips I haven't used that I also recorded. So there's no point spending time running the audio thing on these clips. I keep waffling on whether to buy Pro basically for that feature because I feel like it would save me so much time. Oh, you don't need to buy anything. Mad Hatter, who you may be aware of, has a tool that lets you do it for free that I also use. If you give me one moment. Mad. Come on. Mad Hatter. He actually just posted an updated video on it. Right here. Hatter the Beloved, yes. Oh, jeez, getting an ad. I have a thing that plays ads at like 4,000 speed, so it's not an issue. But anyway. Yeah, he has this YouTube quick editing tool. It only works if you're editing in DaVinci Resolve, because that's what it is for. Or actually, I say that it is generating a file that theoretically I think you can import into other editors, but it's designed for DaVinci Resolve. But yeah, you've got really Adobe as well, and Adobe Ad. Yeah, it lets you cut clip, cut folder, and you can choose how long each of the audio gaps, max length of audio gaps that it allows and stuff. And it does other stuff as well. So markers to chapters I also use, which you'll see if we ever finish editing this video. Yeah, that's really good. So make sure to look at that. I probably should have linked the video, but I've closed it now. So my bad. Other shit. Now in a future episode, we're also going to be draining the monument from below it and actually building a Guardian farm down here that will beam the Guardians up into our UFO. But we need to build the UFO before. So we're just going to cut out that gap. And I think we'll cut out these ones too. I don't cut out every gap. But I think with those ones. And actually building a Guardian farm down here that will beam the Guardians up into our UFO. But we need to build the UFO. See, this one works well because before I cut out the gap, you could see me switching from third person. But we need to, you know, because I switched to the one behind me, obviously, and then the one in front. Whereas now that it's just cut like that, or UFO, but we need to, it's like bang straight away. So again, it's about flow, and good flow equals good retention a lot of the time. So yeah, build the UFO and back on the truly. All right, so yeah, I thought that was gonna transition back into Truly Bedrock, so I'm going to go to my power bins, resources, whoosh transition. Power bins are bins that follow you with every single project, if I haven't already mentioned. So no matter which projects I go to, I'll always have like all of this stuff. I got to delete this. I don't use this anymore. But yeah, but I'm just going to delete out of there now. Jeez, it's definitely outdated. And then I have my favorite transition right here, so I can just go like that. And back on the Truly. And there we go. And I think that flows quite nicely. We are going to cut the music here. So my rule of 30s, which that's not what the rule is called. It doesn't have a name. But yeah, we're going to go for a 30 fade out. And then this transition is 30 frames. That is not a coincidence. I always go in 10, 30, or 60. That first. And with this stuff, it's 30. First. And back on the... so now we need some music. And I think I know which one I want. Let me just... Truly... And back on... There you go. Got a wrong take. On the actual server now, it also means that we'll need to remove our temporary Guardian farm. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're going to actually give it a bit more space because I got to have enough to add the transition. So let's see, 6 more frames there. That's 30 frames. Transition. And then we want the music, which I want this one. And back on the actual server now, it also... So I generally use this one, if I do use it, near the start of the video when I'm explaining something or like kind of preparing for a project. Most of the time my background music is actually this one, just its background, and it's mainly a lot of guitar type stuff. I also have background slow for kind of slower stuff, but most of my background music I use from here unless I want a specific thing. This one is in the rock folder, but that doesn't really fit it genre, to be honest. I just like it for kind of that explaining, like getting ready. It's almost a little bit of hype building. Almost. And back on the actual server now, it also means that we'll need to remove our temporary Guardian farm because this thing is going to get in the way of our new UFO. So that audio gap, I'm fine with keeping. It sounded quite natural. UFO. Luckily. And here, because we've not moved locations, I'm not adding or even started a new conversation. I'm not adding a new transition, I don't think. Luckily, I'm quite inconsistent with transitions though. This thing was entirely and always temporary because, of course, we were going to build a much bigger one that utilizes all the spawn spots, as you've just seen a little teaser of. And then again here, as you've just... I'm making sure to cut it so you don't see that awkward switch to the behind the third-person camera, because you have obviously two third-person cameras, as you've just seen a little teaser of. So, yep, there's that. Let's see. I need another clip, obviously. Aha, so this is where we get into the live recording. So with the live recording, we have an extra audio track. So it's the same as my regular recordings. We have the top one for microphone, which is my audio. This one is for the game audio. And then this one is for my Discord audio. But then I have an extra one when I'm streaming, which is all of the audio from the stream. So if we just press solo on that track, sorry. Actually, we'll move it down one so it's not got the compressor. But before we can get started with that, you can hear that I've got the stream music in the background there. We need to... And like if somebody subscribed, you'd be able to hear like the bling audio or whatever it is. It's not that. It's that song. But yeah, so that's all the stream audio. So obviously with the video, we can just go ahead and cut that out because that track is for music. But before we can get started with that, we need to break a lot of chests. I might cut that clip. Spawn spots, as you've just seen a little teaser. Someone once said, to make an omelette, you gotta... In fact, we'll go from here. A little teaser of. We need to break a lot of chests. Someone once said, to make an omelette, you gotta... Okay, we probably aren't even going to use that clip at all, actually. This is sometimes the problem with live recording, is because you're streaming at the same time, it's quite easy to break the flow of your previous clip. Is that the moment when someone put all their prismarine shards and later found out they could have done with them? Maybe. I don't know if I recorded that, but yes. I think it might just be easier if we literally just burn, like... Okay, so what we're going to do here is I feel like this clip and this clip don't really go together well. They almost need something to bridge them. So I'll play it. A much bigger one that utilizes all the spawn spots, as you've just seen a little teaser of. I think it might just be easier if we literally just burn like all of the drops in here. Maybe. I guess it probably could stay. But I'm going to do this anyway because I want to show you as an example. So I do the Mumbo Jumbo inspired black screen cuts. So what that involves is going to the audio tab, arming that track for record and making sure my input device is set to the right one. And then recording a little voiceover inside of OBS that's like maximum 5 seconds. That's kind of just like, and then we need to do this. So this one is utilizes all the spawn spots, as you've just seen a little teaser of. So I'd probably say something like, what would I say for this? Okay, maybe this one doesn't work. I kind of wanted to show you as an example, but I actually don't really have an example. So we are just going to keep it as how I'd normally do it. Spots, as you've just seen a little teaser of. I think it might just... You guys better watch the video when it comes out anyway, by the way. I know you're seeing the teaser now, but you better watch it anyway. Spots, as you've just seen a little teaser of. I think it might just be easier if we literally just burn like all of the drops in here. Maybe excluding some food, because I mean we could always take the extra cooked cod, but other than that I don't think we actually need any prismarine. I'm gonna delete the other than cooked cod part because A, it's not accurate. I just buy all my steak now, and B, it just seems unnecessary. Drops in here, maybe excluding. Yeah, so this whole clip, I just don't like the way I worded it. It was more streamy and less video-y. In that it wasn't very clear and concise, in my opinion. Nothing to regret next. Totally. I'll be watching to see the cuts now. Ah, there we go. I gotta give you guys a reason. Drops in here because once we build the actual Guardian farm, we'll have a ton of it anyway. Oh, and that actually works so much better with that fish part cut out. That works so well. Like all of the drops in here because once we build the actual Guardian farm, we'll have a ton of it anyway. Beautiful, beautiful. This is probably me talking to stream because it looks a bit quieter. Okay, there we go. That is all the cooked salmon we are keeping. Yeah, that was definitely a stream thing. Okay, cool. Next clip, and I gotta remember that this was recorded live. It's probably another reason I wasn't editing at the same time. There's something inherently wrong about this. Yep. Let's add ourselves a bit of time for the transition. And then normally I have the transition sound pasted on my clipboard, which I do in this case. So I can just go ahead and paste that guy in. I don't know if anybody knows this, I'd be greatly, or greatly? That's not the right word. I'd be extremely thankful. But I could really do with like a hotkey to basically like insert a specific clip, which in this case is this one. Like, because I use this sound effect so many times, I could just do with a hotkey to like always insert it. Ton of it anyway. There's something inherently wrong about this. I hate getting rid of items, but there's just too many items to keep here. I guess we might as well. Okay, the other thing is I go at the start and it sounds horrible. I guess. So what we can actually do is try and cut that out. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it does work. I guess we might as well keep... That works. First try. Use your stream deck. Yeah, but how do I tell it to specifically insert that specific clip? Yeah, I guess we might as well keep... Without just copy and pasting, which doesn't work when I copy another clip. Because then it's overwritten. Here, I guess we might as well keep these. But everything else is going to get burnt. Wait, what was I keeping? Keep here. I guess we might as well keep these. But everything... Oh, yeah. Oh, can you? No. There is a lot you can do with DaVinci Resolve on your Stream Deck. I don't know if I still have it, but I used to have, yeah, this dedicated page that just has some stuff on my Stream Deck for DaVinci Resolve. I use none of this. So this is all just hotkeys, by the way, with fancy icons from an icon pack I downloaded. But none of this I actually use. So I never, I never visit that page on my Stream Deck. Like, there's just no point. I don't know. It seems like you could with Stream Deck. I honestly just haven't touched Stream Deck with DaVinci just yet. Well, as far as I'm aware, there's no, extension or anything. Stream Deck DaVinci Resolve extension. I know if you use the Stream Deck Plus, you can use the dials, I think. This one's... What? Yeah, so this is for Stream Deck Plus because of the dials. Which I would never use. Oh, that is cool, though. I shouldn't watch this because it will make me want to get one. It will make me want one, and I don't want to buy one. Oh, no, I'm thinking about it. Guys, you got to stop me from thinking about this stream. If I mention the Stream Deck Plus, you got to stop me, okay? It's up to you. Zeroed, it's your job specifically. If I end up getting one, I'm blaming you specifically and no one else. So yeah. Keep these. But everything else is gonna get burnt. Something buttons. Not just buttons, but dials, knobs. It's why have one Stream Deck when you could have two? Zeroed, you're not helping. You're meant to be you're meant to be, telling me not to. I've also just realized on my combined chat window, it shows the YouTube as the YouTube icon, but Twitch is like some sparkles. I don't know why. But anyway, that's just a random thing. I was trying to work out why that was because it was weird. Keep these. But everything else is gonna get burnt. Think of the dowels. Shush. Shush. Shush, shush, shush. These. But everything else is gonna get burnt. Okay, that's good. I like that. Thank you so much for the lurk, Bet Jammo. Yeah, so obviously this is literally, you know, you can tell I recorded it live. I'm obviously not going to include me thanking somebody for lurking in the video, so we don't need that. Oh, also, in terms of hotkeys, I use a lot of hotkeys, and I'm not explaining them. So I have A, puts it back to the regular cursor. B goes to blade edit mode, which is where I can click and just create a cut in a clip. Obviously, Control Z to undo. I have this one, which is I press S and it turns off magnet mode, so I can move it wherever. Whereas if I turn it on, it will snap, basically. So it's like snapping. And then this, which is link selection. So right now, all of these are linked. But if I press L, they're unlinked. Like I can select just one. I could also do that by holding Alt and clicking. Or if I hold Alt and drag, then I can duplicate as well. Big fan of Control B. Yeah, I don't know if I don't have it with Control. I literally just have it as B. I don't even remember setting it up like that. I thought it was the default. But you're not the first person to say Control. Because we're sparkly over here. Of course, of course. Imagine if you can click them for smooth... Oh, stop it. To be fair, that Stream Deck Plus pack for DaVinci Resolve was like $30. So I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use it, okay? Probably. I probably wouldn't use it. I don't even know if I have enough space on this desk, honestly. It would be nice to have some extra buttons though. I can't lie, okay? I can't lie. To be fair, if I had one, then I could use extra audio channels. Okay, shh. We're not talking about it. How much bigger is it? Well, it has less buttons, but it's still like an extra 2 rows, I think. Oh, why do you do this to me? How much are they? Oh, don't leak my address. Okay, it did not leak my address, guys. Don't worry. I have a thing set up, so it says I'm in a different location to where I actually am. So yeah. Nobody panic. Although I'm now slightly concerned. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't know if that leaked anything. We don't need to think about it. We don't need to talk about it. Okay. Stream. This is not going well. Shopping. Stream Deck Plus. Yeah, see, look, it says my location here is London. My location is not London. Just bap the VOD after in case. Yeah, I'm going to, because I kind of closed that window and I'm kind of too scared to look. What? Oh my goodness. £220? Nuh-uh. I got my actual Stream Deck on offer on a deal. Oh, CEX 170. Actually, yeah, how much is it on CEX? Oh, CEX. Yep, that's not my address. I don't live in London, to be clear. Okay? But I'm scared. Why do I go on shopping sites when I'm streaming? Okay. I'm not going to do anything because I'm scared. Elgato Stream Deck Plus. How much is it on CX? This is a well-known refurbished tech store here in the UK. The answer is £170. A grade. That's like the same price as a regular Stream Deck. Or £150 for the big one? B grade though, so it's not as in good condition. Oh, that is good, isn't it? Oh, now this, if I was going to get anything, this is what I'd be getting. Out of stock. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Anyway, let me just make sure that VOD doesn't get saved, just in case. Oh, somebody has a free DaVinci Resolve Stream Deck profile? Ooh. The mega buttons. The mega buttons. Actually, maybe my VODs... I don't even know if my VODs are saved, actually. Oh, great. VODs aren't saved. Sucks to be you guys trying to steal my address. I've got a Chrome profile specifically for my second channel. It gets confusing otherwise. Confusing otherwise. And then yeah, I disabled it so you can't rewind the YouTube stream. Not that anybody is actually on the YouTube stream anyway. I don't think. But just in case. Okay, cool. Right, we're good. We're good. No leakage happened. No leakage happened. Are you having a great Tuesday evening? Or whatever time it is for you. Yeah, so I'm talking about Tuesday evening. Obviously not relevant to the video. Burnt. Oh, yeah, the ones I forgot to mention. When I click a clip and press delete, that regularly deletes it. When I hold shift and press delete, that fully deletes it. It's gonna get burnt. We're currently burning a lot of prismarine and a lot of... Might as well keep these. But everything else is gonna get burnt. Okay, so because a little bit of time has passed between these clips, I'm going to do a transition. The main way I decide whether I'm going to do a transition is whether a location has changed, the conversation has changed, or time has passed. And in this one, time has passed. We're currently burning a lot of prismarine and a lot of fish. Mostly prismarine. I don't know if we need that mostly prismarine. It seems a bit unnecessary. And a lot of fish. Mostly prismarine. It feels wrong. I don't like it. Oh, blaze rods. We are not burning the blaze rods. Okay, actually, we'll keep that. It's a nice little... Someone might find it funny. Why do we have so many blaze rods here? Jeez. Yeah, might as well. Actually, we'll cut that. I feel like it's... Oh, jeez. I keep forgetting that these were recorded live. Anyway, apparently I'm, like, making some sort of mission to see how laggy I can possibly make this area. Okay, I think I have like a final clip of that instead. Yeah, and like, there's a part of me that kind of just wants to stay here and... Okay, yeah, we're gonna cut to then... So we're gonna add another transition because more time has passed, obviously. And this will obviously be kind of the aftermath. Well, not even the aftermath. This is just the ending. The blaze rods. There's a part of me that kind of just... Okay, also, I'm too close to my mic. So when I go, like, part, you can hear the... Like, it's like I'm hitting the mic. There's a... Like, if I just solo this. There's a part of me... Right here. Part of me... You can actually kind of see it in the waveform. Now, my way of fixing these, they don't happen very often. Anymore, anyway. But when they do happen, my way of fixing it is just to find the moment... Which is just generally like here, I think. And then we're gonna turn down the volume. It's not the best method. There are better ways to do it, but it works. There's a part of me that... Oh, did that actually get it? Part of me... Still like surprisingly noticeable, all things considered. Okay, that's too much. There's a part of me that... Okay, that's fine, I think. There's a part of me that... There's a part of me that kind of just wants to stay here and, like, wait for all of this to despawn and watch it gradually despawn and be really satisfying. But it also would... Oh, and because I did that, all these clips are no longer linked, so we're going to go ahead and link them again. Just with right-clicking and press link clips. There is a hotkey for it, but I never use the hotkey. Be really satisfying, but it also would probably be really satisfying to like burn it and then have my frames back. So this pains me to do as a self-certified item hoarder. This pains me, but I'm doing certified item hoarder, but I'm doing what must be done. Okay, I apparently had a lot of audio gaps in here. Goodbye, Prismarine. Some hoarder, but I am doing what must be done. Goodbye, Prismarine. I think at this point I actually realized I should just get a lava bucket. That's what I did in the end, I think. Wait, how did you just relink them all? I selected them. And then right click, link clips. Or you can do Control Alt L apparently, but I never do that. Prismarine. Oh dear, well that wasn't part of the plan. I mean, I could just do this. This is fine. This works. Yeah, so that's more of a stream thing. I wouldn't keep that in for a video. I'm the Prismarine burning machine. I'll keep that in because that's kind of funny. I'm Prismarine. I am the I reckon we'll add a bit of a transition, you know. I prefer to add transitions over not at all, honestly. Why didn't you make sea lanterns? And then, yeah, now we're talking about... Why didn't you make sea lanterns? The sea lanterns that I burned. Gonna make just so much bigger. It's probably the clip where I realize. Which we're not going to include in this video. So, sorry. Even though it's funny, it wouldn't edit the way I want it to. Be a little stream thing. Okay, we're gonna take things to the... Sorry, mostly listening whilst trying to take some things on Farlands. No worries. Okay, we're gonna take things to the slightly next level. Yeah, this section's becoming too long now. Like, we get it. I'm burning some resources. It's kind of happened from here to here. That's what, 148 to 234. So that's almost a whole minute taken up of literally burning stuff. Which is not... which is fine, but I don't want it to last any longer, basically. What is this? Apparently we go back to the testing world. Got rid of the we could actually... Also, it's just occurred to me, we haven't had a music change, and I kind of want to add a music change. Okay, cool. We now have got rid of all the Prismarine. We can actually begin getting rid of this thing properly now. We can... Okay, cool. We now have got rid of all the Prismarine. We can actually begin getting rid of this thing properly now. So that is a thing that I did. Don't know if I didn't time lapse or anything. What is this clip? Did I need sea lanterns in the build? Hygiene's walk on was very well timed. Did you sea lanterns? Frog lights here, but sea lanterns here. I needed those. Why didn't any of you warn me? Yeah, because I say why didn't any of you warn me, it ruins it for a video. For a stream, it's great. I don't know, I could put like, oh, talking to the stream chat type thing. But I don't like referencing that I'm recording live, basically. It will be boxes of shards and crystals. It will also, yeah, I realize that I'm fine anyway. What I actually need is where I do structure. Which it looks like is that clip here. This clip here. Maybe. Rid of this thing properly now. Now, of course, with a build as big as this, you may be wondering how on earth I'm going to actually build this thing in survival. Well, luckily, I have a plan. Now, of course, with a build as big as this, you may be wondering how on earth I'm going to actually build this thing in survival. Well, luckily, I have a plan. You know what's great? I don't even have to have an ad break because I'm not an affiliate. Let's go. Just realized I don't have to pause my editing for ads. Let's go. I mean, I'd rather be an affiliate, but also I can cope. Have a plan. What was the last? I just realized I just don't have an overlay today. Oh, of course. Wait, no, this is the second channel. I don't have an overlay on the second channel. What am I on about? Have a plan. What was the last... How did the last clip end? Was it like... What was the last... Here's me in the stream, just not sure how the last clip end. I think I watched it in the end. So this is a structure, and what it basically lets you do... I have a plan to actually build this thing in survival. Well, luckily, I have a plan. Okay. So this is... So in this situation, we're adding a transition because whilst we haven't moved locations, we've kind of moved what thing I'm doing. A plan. So this is a structure. Oh, and we want to zoom in as well. So that it's not just a tidy thing in the corner. There we go, that's about centered. And so this is a structure, and what it basically lets you do... No, hang on, let's... Oh, I've just realized. Apparently I realized something. So this is structure. Okay, that was a bit too much space for the transition. A plan. So this is structure. What I've just done is loaded it up with all the structure files that we got from the UFO in the world. And if I press make pack, or no, global coords, then if I press make pack, it should make a blueprint resource pack. It will make it a lot easier. Okay, we definitely got to clean up this clip a bit. What I've just done is loaded it up with all the structure files that we got from the UFO in the world. And if I press make pack, or no, global coords, then if I press make coords, then if I press make pack, it should make a blueprint resource pack. It will make it a lot easier to build this huge UFO. Oh, I also forgot to zoom in. Sky NS, thank you so much for following. How are you doing? Welcome on in. We're just, you know, chilling out here, hanging at, editing an episode of Truly Bedrock live. Because I am the big silly, I forgot to do the zoom in before cutting it, so I've just got to go ahead and copy all these settings to the same one. I technically could also just add an adjustment clip. In fact, why don't I just do that? That is going to make life a lot easier. So this is what you can do if you want to add the same effect to a lot of clips, is you just create an adjustment clip and then you add whatever effect that is. So in my case, we're not actually adding any effects per se. We're just zooming in and changing the location like so. So what I did for that is just copying and pasting, and then we can go ahead and reset all of the individual settings for those clips. Like so, and then we should have a zoom. I have a plan. So this is I've been lurking, listening. Kind of thought I would catch the VOD later, but no worries. Welcome on in. Thanks for the lurk. Yeah, the VOD will be up on YouTube. I'll just have to cut out a certain part of the of it. But yeah, the VOD will be up on YouTube because I'm still live on YouTube. What I've just done is loaded it up with all these... Jeez, I'm clicking off onto Discord and apparently it's pausing. It doesn't normally do that. I read Discord all the time whilst I'm editing. What I've just done is loaded it up with all the structure files that we got from the UFO in the world. And if I press make pack, or no, global coords, then if I press make pack, it should make a blueprint resource pack. It will make it a lot easier to build this huge UFO. Now, spoiler alert. Didn't. It didn't work. But the video does not need to know that. Because I didn't record any of it, honestly. And we should just be able to place down an armor stand here. Adjust its position. Yeah. Nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know that I spent hours having to fix OBS there. Not OBS. That thing. Structure. Sky says, oh nice, do you stream editing often? Nope, I have done it a long time ago before, back when I was on an SMP called Pinecraft. I did like 3 streams there, but my My editing process has changed quite a lot since then. I actually have a whole playlist on the second channel. It is in the behind the scenes folder. I have these 3 VODs, which are all when I used to stream on Twitch, and I decided to edit a video live then. So we have those. I have a behind the scenes of how I made my banner, and then obviously this stream. This one is also interesting. If you like this stream, you may enjoy this video. This is a full-on like Photoshop video that I did, all about making my banner. We might make the line yellow, so we'll do that. Actually, it's probably just better if we add a color overlay. Because we've got the yellow here. So yeah, if you're interested in that stuff, definitely check that out too. I like doing behind the scenes stuff, to be honest. I enjoy just talking about this stuff. So yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool. UFO. And we should just be able to place down an armor stand here, adjust its position, and boom, we now have the blueprints for the entirety of this UFO. Again, I'm leaving a lot of gaps in the audio. Adjust its position, and boom, we now have the blueprints for the entire down an armor stand here, adjust its position. So we're going to fix that. And boom, we now have the blueprints for the entirety of this. And on this particular one, I actually think it's a bit abrupt, if that's a word, abruptive, to have the cuts in the video. So we're actually going to remove the cuts in the video and just keep it in the audio. Just its position, and boom, we now have the blueprints for the entirety of this UFO. And then you can't really tell. Well, when you're looking for it, you probably can tell, but if you didn't know I'd done it, I could guarantee you can't tell. I also said I was going to change the music, and I haven't yet. I want to change it for like I'm doing what must be done. Bit, goodbye, Prismarine. There's a part of me that kind of just wants to stay here. Yeah, so I want to add something kind of funny here, like funny music. So I have a whole dedicated playlist over here for funny. Let's see. What do I want to add? Nothing too over the top. Not that. Not that. That's too over the top. There's actually a specific one I'm looking for. It's not that one either. It might be this one. It's this one. Yes, I've been using this one more recently. These rods. There's a part of me that kind of just wants to stay. It's interesting to see the process of Sky, for sure. I love seeing it when other people like do editing streams or behind the scenes. I think behind the scenes stuff is more interesting than the actual thing a lot of the time. Stay here and like wait for all of this. Okay, the song starts a bit weirdly though, so we're actually gonna color start. Don't like it. Oh, blaze rods. We are not burning the blaze rods. There's a part of me that kind of just wants to stay here and like wait for all of this to despawn and watch it gradually despawn and be really satisfying. But it also would probably be really satisfying to like, I have a plan. So okay, and then we're gonna cut the like funny music kind of here, because we kind of go away from the joke of talking about that. And also we have changed almost the scene. I guess you could think of it like scenes in films. So we've changed that. So that means that we need to go to the background. I can't remember where I was then. What do I want? A lot of these songs I do also like genuinely know because I've spent so long using them. I don't really remove stuff, I just add stuff. So a lot of these songs, like, you know, if I'm wanting, I want specific ones basically, or with this I want like specific type of ones. But because it's actually been a while since I've edited, clearly my memory's going a bit. What do I fancy? This one. Yes, I like this one. Properly now. Now, of course, with a build as big as this, you may be wondering how on earth I'm going to actually build this thing in survival. Well, luckily, I have a plan. So this is structure. I had a plan.
What
I've
just done is loaded it up with all the
we've already
global quads, the huge UFO. And we should...
Gotta... What? Oh, I think I pressed a button. I think I accidentally pressed a button to exit. I sometimes also do that. Because I have a hotkey for Q, and I think I accidentally pressed, like, Control Q, which is quit. So, yeah. Oopsies. I guess now we wait. Apologies, I'm apparently very yawny today. Alright, there we go. Would just be able to place down another stand here, adjust its position, and boom, we now have the blueprints for the entirety of this UFO. Okay. Also, it's readjusted that again. It keeps doing that. So yeah, you can already see like how many clips I'm already just not using. I always record more than I actually need, which is a good position to be in compared to the alternative, which is not enough. I mean, you know, exactly enough would be nice as well, and sometimes it happens. Now, of course, this UFO. Now, of course, a couple of episodes ago, we got a whole load of stone from Silent Whisperer, and I have since smelted... I think when I recorded that, I was intending to overlay the footage so that the viewer could see, but it doesn't really last long enough, if that makes sense. Like, I almost move away from talking about getting the stone from Silent, like, too quickly to overlay a clip from that. So I will, not do that, I guess. That down to smooth stone, which is the main thing this UFO is built of. So that's, of course, how we're going to be building the UFO and the materials. Okay, that clip didn't work. Did I record it again? Really? Smooth stone, which is the main thing this UFO is built of. So I think it's just the last part that didn't work, really. If we're being honest. Now, of course, a couple of episodes ago, we got an absolute ton of stone from Silent Whisperer. Since then, I have smelted it down. Now, of course, a couple of episodes ago, we got a whole load of stone from Silent Whisperer, and I have since smelted that down to smooth stone, which is the main thing this UFO is built of. Like 90... Oh, it's because I said built of instead of built out of. Ton of stone from Silent Whisperer. Since then, I have smelted it down to smooth... Yeah, okay. I understand why I re-recorded that now. It's not terrible, but perfectionism sometimes means re-recording stuff. Now, of course, a couple of episodes ago, we got an absolute ton of stone from Silent Whisperer. Since then, I have smelted it down to smooth stone. And like 90% of this base is made of smooth stone. So that's like almost all of the material. I also say like a lot. It's a thing I'm trying to get out of. But evidently for this video, I was not trying very hard. This base is made of smooth stone. So that's like almost all of the materials. I might be able to cut that one out.
Stone. So that's like almost all of is made of smooth stone. So that's almost all of the materials that we need. I also have a ton of copper over here, which is like the other material. But for the most part, it's smooth stone that we need. How long's that? That's fine. If that was too long, I would have cut out the copper part, but we good. We good. I also while ago.
Excuse me.
We need. I also totally forgot, but a while ago on stream, we bought like a ton of copper over here. So we have a ton of copper. And the other thing we need is glass, and we have a whole lot of sand.
We don't need this clip at all. This is a common thing that I think a lot of new channels do. And obviously I still do. But it's going into too much detail. You just got to get the important details.
Stone that we need. Behind the scenes, it's just waiting for the right moment. And there we go.
Flimbles, I think you might like a lot. Yeah, I do. Sometimes my dad points it out.
Stone that we need. And there we go. The furnaces are now being loaded with an absolute ton of sand and of course being fueled on the dried kelp blocks from the kelp farm we built in the previous episode. I think my favorite part dried kelp blocks from the kelp farm we built in the previous episode. I think my favorite part of this super smelter is what, you know, we're not going to include that anymore because I missed the moment anyway. And of course being fueled on the dried kelp blocks from the kelp.
Oh yeah, we don't even need this actually.
There we go. The furnaces are now being loaded with an absolute ton of sand.
We do not need this. Too much resource gathering, not enough doing, basically. I think this is the part where I actually start to do the time lapse itself, which I've already edited in replay mod. So I'll be able to show you that.
And with that, we should now be ready to begin the build. Let's get started. We should now be ready to begin the build. Let's get started. Let's... Well, last time I said Alon Z, he doesn't... Let's do this.
Yeah, I couldn't decide what I was going to say. So remember, if the file name says live after it, like this one does, it means I recorded it live. A lot of these clips were recorded live for the first half.
Ready to begin the build. Let's do this.
These were also recorded over a month ago, which I hate because it means I've been busy. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go into the time lapse, which means adding a transition. I have replay mod here where I've already got UFO 1 and UFO 2. Obviously, it's both the same time lapse, just from different days. So if we take a look at this, I've already edited this in replay mod to do the fancy camera angles. The one thing and obviously shaders. The one thing I do need to cut is at one point I like go to the nether, which is what this white screen is. That's why the chunks get unloaded, I think. So we have got to cut that bit like so. And just to hopefully make it less obvious, we'll add that. That works, I guess. It's a bit boring without music. That's fine, because we need to add some. So I have a dedicated time-lapse music folder, but part of me almost wants to look for something new. I don't know. I think we're gonna take a look at something new. Let's just make sure it doesn't leak anything. Okay, I've got to log into Epidemic Sound. One moment, please. Can't have anybody stealing my Epidemic Sound login. Jeez. Yeah. All right, here we go. Boom. This is Epidemic Sound. This is the music license I use. That's where I got all my music from. So my favorite time-lapse music is this one. It's called Milky Way Express. So what we're going to do is we're going to find Milky Way Express. Here it is. Ah. And then it gets into the main bit. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That I really like. We're going to do find similar. And we're going to select the entire thing. And hopefully, it'll find us some similar songs that we can use. This is not similar. Ooh. This is an option, actually. This is an option. We might come back to you. Not you, though. Or you. I feel like that could be useful for something, but not this. I think maybe this one, milk. Like right now. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I actually have this plugin, but I don't like it. All right, let me go ahead and download that. And then basically the way I do it is I go to content, my D drive where I store my projects, the Alien Doctor, then blah, 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 music. Time lapse. Save. Now, when I'm downloading a lot of tracks, I have a little script that I wrote. So you may notice all of these don't have the ES at the start of the name, except for the one I just downloaded, because by default they come with ES at the start. It's really annoying. So what I've done is I've made a little thingy. If I can find it. I hope I didn't delete it. That'd be quite sad. Yeah, ES removal. Here it is. I made a little script. And what it basically does, it's just in auto it. It removes the ES underscore from the start of the name. If you're interested. Here it is. So it's a very, very simple script. It just, for every file in the folder, it removes the ES at the start of the name. So if I run this, as you can see there, it removes the ES. Now, obviously, there's only one. So in this one, I actually could just straight up manually remove it, which would have been quicker. But I just wanted to show you what it's like when I have a lot. Now, I've got to obviously import that. Now that I've imported it once, it will be in every single project. So I can then go ahead and add it here. We've obviously got to cut to the point that I wanted, which was somewhere over here, I think. Yeah, it was like right when the beat drops, kind of. Boom. So there. And we're going to put it on this track. In fact, no, we're going to put it on this track. Let's do this. And we're going to have it start to fade in over here. We're also going to decrease its volume because it's quite loud. Let's do this. Nice. Do this. This is good. Nice. The only thing is this flashing light from the shaders. There are ways to do it if you're not using shaders, but as far as I'm aware, there's no way to just stop the flashbang, basically, when you're using shaders. So that's just a thing that I guess I have to live with, annoyingly. Anyway. And yeah, I think I've finished live recording now. Let's add that in there. And with... Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. And with that, we have completed half of the UFO. Ignore that floating bit up there. That's just from the structure pack. And we will now add a song like you. And with that, we have completed half of the UFO. Ignore that. For a little bit of just minor comedic effect, we're going to pause the music.
UFO. Ignore that floating bit up there, that's just from the structure pack. Now what I didn't realize is as I was building this thing, I've left a ton of blocks underneath, so I now have to awkwardly fly around and try and mine these blocks. Now what I didn't realize is as I was building this thing, I've tried and mine these blocks, which is kind of fun but also very annoying to do. Okay, yes, that's one. No, I can't get that one. Okay, that's okay, yes. That's one. No, I can't get that one. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want that one anyway. Now in typical me fashion. And then we are going to cut kind of the end of that. Oh, this is only half the UFO, isn't it? Did I even time-lapse the other half? Okay, that's can't remember. That's fine. Now in typical me fashion, I'm leaving the copper to just... Now in typical me fashion, I'm just leaving the copper to... I can't remember. Flimble said, are you going to put there maybe flashing images on your video? I've seen comments on the Discord for other videos where people complain that the message isn't there. For some people with epilepsy, it might fade them. That is true, actually. In the past, I have done. I don't think this one's bad enough. Unless I can just find a way to remove it, which now that I'm live, I bet we will. Oops, wrong button. Let me do like Minecraft replay mod how to give night vision. No. Maybe. Ambient light. If you're replaying dark setting, for example, at night time or in a cave, brightness. You can toggle ambient light using the Z key or Y on some keyboards. So it's a replacement for the night vision potion effect without the side of a weird sky color. Okay, let's try that then. I get the feeling it isn't going to work. But we're going to try anyway. Let's see what happens. That's the wrong version. I need this one. Actually, I may not have the replay mod files anymore. Abort! Mission abort! I don't know if I have the replay mod files for that anymore, actually. So I may not be able to get this to work. It is loading. It is just taking its time. By the way. Taking its sweet, sweet time. Let me put on some music. There we go. Let's not just sit here in awkward silence. Come on. You can do it, game. You've done it before, you can do it again. Right, did I delete it? Oh, jeez. We've deleted it, we've got a real issue, haven't we? Oh, no, these are still the same ones. There's me in spectator mode. What's this one, man?
What was the key? I've already forgotten. It was Z. I don't think this is going to work with shaders. Ooh. Okay, well, an icon has just appeared. To be fair. To be fair. Quite literally an icon. Oh yeah, this one's really laggy because of the portal. Okay, we may need to check on the other one, because to be fair, the other one was the one that was bad anyway. Come on. You got this. You got this, Minecraft. Come on. I know you're struggling because Bedrock Edition is so much better, but you got this. You got this. Right. Jeez, yeah, so replay mod is kind of just not great. So what's this one? I don't even know what this one is, because I've already built the roof here, whereas in the other clips I haven't built the roof. Unless one time lapse the roof building. Wait. That's roof building. Okay. Oh.
That's just from the structure pack.
We don't want this all as one time lapse. Oop. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I thought I only did half and half, so yeah, there we go. Oh, and that explains the length of this time lapse, because I think this is... Yeah, this is 30 seconds, give or take. Actually, it's more like 20. Hang on, that maths is definitely wrong. Oh, it's not. Yeah, this is 20 seconds. The max time lapse length that I normally go for is 30. Blah, 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 blah. Where's the chat? Here it is. Just done a quick Google. Does deflicker option in Resolve work on the clip? It might do, but if we can, because it's Minecraft, it'll act weird. The main one that I need to look at anyway is this second one. So if I can get the ambient lighting to work, that would be preferred. If not, we can have a go at deflicker, because I have seen that as a filter before. But let's see. So it says ambient lighting is enabled down here because of the icon. Quite literally, it's an icon. So let's play that from the beginning and see what happens. Yeah, that's still flickering. Jeez. It's not letting me pause it. Whoops. Yeah, see, look, it's at night and it's still kind of dark, isn't it? Okay. I get the feeling this isn't going to work, but I'll try it. Deflicker. Oh, actually, hang on. This may lag the stream. If it crashes, I promise I'll be back. Oh my gosh, it literally has a time-lapse setting. What? I don't think it's helped though, has it? This is the regular one. Yeah, you cannot tell the difference. Maybe you can. I mean, I appreciate the attempt. But yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think that's worked. There was just a way in replay mod to give you night vision. That's what I need. But nothing seems to work with shaders. Unless I can change my shader settings, but I have just closed the game. We'll leave it for now.
In typical me fashion, I'm just leaving the copper to oxidize.
And actually, this first time lapse is fine. This one doesn't flicker much. It's only the second one that it might be an issue.
Of course, eventually,
this will
turn a lovely cyan kind of color. I don't actually think the orange copper looks that bad with this design, but obviously it makes the sea lanterns stand out a lot more than they're meant to be. It'll look a lot better when it's fully oxidized. And that's mainly because I honestly just think that using copper and try and mine these blocks. Okay, yes, that's one. No, I can't get that one. Okay, that's fine. Now, in typical me fashion, I'm just leaving the copper to oxidize over time. And of course, eventually, this will turn a lovely cyan kind of color. I don't actually think the...
Only a bit. Can you not remove night in replay mod? I think you can. But nothing seems to work with shaders. I always need to find out how to do it with the shaders I'm using as opposed to replay mod.
Copper looks that bad with this design, but obviously it makes the sea lanterns stand out a lot more than they're meant to be. It'll look a lot better when it's fully oxidized. And that's mainly because I honestly just think that using...
Oh, I've not got snapping on.
Copper, and that's mainly because it's
got a reclip,
fully oxidized.
Or retake.
And that's mainly because I think that using just copper... And that's mainly because I think that...
Multiple.
Oxidizing your copper beforehand. And that's mainly because
like 4 versions of that
that's
clip
mainly because
I couldn't get right.
Oxidizing your copper beforehand is kind of just dumb and a waste of time. The entire point of this lovely block is for it to age over time and show the age of a build. And especially with an area like my mega base, I'm going to be over here all the time. So this stuff, it should oxidize pretty quickly. Pretty quickly.
Alrighty. Next. You. I actually don't think I did any live recording in this video.
Quickly. But anyway, I haven't just paused this time lapse
past obviously the one at the start, which is nice,
to show you our progress so far. It sounds like there is a little bit of a situation back in my UFO at Tetris Town. There is a little bit of a situation.
Yes. Okay, hang on.
But anyway, I haven't just...
Okay, so this is where kind of things change, and this is a perfect example of where I'm going to record a voiceover. Because I recorded a clip with Genfire here. Now the bridging clip that I recorded for it, I don't think works. Or actually this one might.
Here that we can fit. Now the question is there anywhere inside of here?
But also no. So yeah, we're going to cut this. What we're going to do, this is what I was talking about earlier, where I do the mumbo jumbo style black screens and a voiceover. So we're going to go like, let's see, what did I say last?
Of a build. And especially with an area like my mega base, I'm going to be over here all the time. So
yeah, we're going to say like, well, you'll see what I'm going to say. So we got the input set, we arm that track for recording, and we press this button to start recording. So I shall record that. And then I was summoned by Genfire. How's that? And then I was summoned by Genfire. I don't like it. But before I could do any more of that, Genfire summoned me. Hang on. So for whoever asked if I script my videos, no, as you can see. But before I could finish the other half of the UFO, Genfire summoned me. There we go. But before I could finish the other half of the UFO, Genfire summoned me. There we go. Did you know your category is still Fortnite? No, I did not. What should I put it as? Art? I don't know, video editing. There's video editor tycoon. Film? Yeah, we'll just do art. I thought art was a category, is it not? Okay, maybe just chatting then. Oh, actually, I think my Twitch... Oh, jeez. Hang on. Thanks for letting me know, Zeroed. But also, like... why you gotta point out problems? Because then I gotta fix the problems. That's annoying. Art, there we go. Done. Boom. Fixed. There you go. Yeah, and got my little pop-up as well. Either just chatting or I think there's a co-work. Co-work? What do you mean co-work? But before I could finish the other half of the UFO, Genfire summoned me. This one's a bit long, to be honest, but it'll do. It's fine, it works. Okay, this is probably going to be funny music. We're going to unmute this track because this is the Discord track. Which also means we should delete everything on this track because I probably have a Discord ping or two that came through.
There's blue everywhere. I mean, that's supposed to be blue.
Okay, and we also need to fiddle with the effects that I have on here because Jen sounds way too loud. So that's probably... what is that going to be?
There's blue everywhere. I mean, that's supposed...
Okay, that's just her mic, actually. Never mind.
There's blue everywhere.
I think I have a limiter on this track. Yeah, a limiter and a compressor. Okay, cool.
There's blue everywhere. I mean, that's supposed...
I also have a limiter on the
everywhere.
recording as well.
I mean, that's supposed to be blue. And that's supposed to have blue on it.
If you ask me, it's an improvement.
Would. When... Oh, you're right here. Hi!
Hi there. Okay, so we're going to cut it here. Jen's mic
Hi!
isn't great at the moment because she's on like a temporary headset. But also, apparently it's not recorded very well.
You know, I was actually thinking...
Like, oh my gosh, it's peaking. Apparently it recorded extremely loudly, so the limiter was kicking in and obviously stop it from peaking too much. But because it's already not great, it's really not great.
Hi!
Hi there. Which is a shame.
Hi!
Hi there.
You know, I was actually thinking I need to come and talk to you, sir.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we can use that Adobe thing to fix it. I'm curious, you know. Adobe mic, I can't remember what it's called, enhancer. Oh, co-working like I'm doing my job and you're coming along with me. I guess that works, but whatever. Sign up for a free account. I actually already do have an Adobe account, but if it's going to let me just sign up with a free account so I don't leak my university one, then I'll do that instead. Okay. Max file size 500 gigabytes. What we need to do... Right, we're going on a little bit of a side quest here, and I don't know if this will work. We're literally going to name this project a little bit of our side quest. In fact, no, before we do that, we're going to copy this clip. Then we're going to go a little bit of our... We can just do that. This is a side quest, okay? We're going to get rid of all you, so it's just this. We're going to keep it at its original volume.
Hi!
We'll maybe turn it down by like 5. Then we're going to select it to only render audio. So it's not exporting video, it's only exporting audio. And we're going to set it to bit depth only 60. Well, we'll keep... you probably can't tell when it's this low quality. But format wave, this is quite important. Or MP3. Actually, probably MP3. Because there is a limit on how good we can have it. There's a file size limit. Basically, there's this website that Adobe have made where you can upload your audio and it's meant to be really good. So I want to give it a go. And I feel like Jen's audio is the best way to test this because she is just on like a not great headphone mic right now, whilst her setup is still in the process of being moved and stuff. So yeah, let's have a go. You know, what's a little bit of experimentation between friends on a live stream? Okay. I don't know why, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have left the Discord server today. I have no clue why. But apparently everybody just wants to leave today. Stop it. It's not very nice. Is it finished yet? It's still going. So the max it will do is 30 minutes for free and 500 megabytes. And I get the feeling even with my university thing, I actually won't have the premium plan anyway. But that's finished. So let's go ahead and see now. Jen's audio. I didn't check how big it was. Okay, 400 megabytes. Oh, sorry, 4 megabytes. Did it say that max was 500? So we could have made it higher quality.
Hi. So are you saying that this had absolutely nothing to do?
But also, I feel like with that mic, it's not going to make much of a difference. Jen's audio enhanced. Okay, let's see how good this is.
Hi.
Oh my, that doesn't sound like Jen at all.
You know, I was actually thinking I need to come and talk.
That is weird. That is weird. Why did I ever think AI was going to be good? Should I leave as well, feeling a little left out? Oh.
Talk to you, sir.
That is horrible.
We have a couple of questions to ask you if you don't mind taking the time.
That is horrible. I have heard what she sounds like on her actual microphone, and it isn't this. It's almost like the pitch is wrong.
I'm thinking. Just give me a second.
That's so weird. It's like parallel universe, Jen. Why did I ever think AI was good? There was I'm not really an AI person. And there's a brief second where I thought, this really cool Adobe AI tool is going to fix Jen's microphone. That was horrible. Jeez. What time is it? It's 9:30. All right. Okay. Probably going to wrap up. Because yeah. This has been fun though. I'll edit some more of this off camera, obviously off stream. And but I'm getting tired. I got other stuff to do as well. So it's been fun. I think Jen is actually live, speaking of her. So if she still is, I'll go raid her, I guess. Sounds so defeated. I'm tired, okay? Turns out editing whilst talking is very tiring. So, yeah. Okay. Really enjoyed that. Thanks, Alien, says Mr. Lee. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. Interesting stream. Thanks, Alien. No worries, Sky. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, we're going to be hopping over to Jen. It looks like she's doing one of those Gartic phone games, I think. Yeah, I would honestly go longer, but I'm too tired. All right. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.